computer. Yeah. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
How you could hear me, and Anna Sophia has joined as well.
Oh, good.
Uh, yeah, and Diana is here, and Irena is here somewhere. Irena, are you around? Hmm. She will most likely show up at some point. I've seen her name here. So let's just get going. Um, Here is a tiny bit of help. Um, no. No. Can you see the blackboard now? All of you. Good.
No, I only see your screen with your files. So I don't see the actual open Blackboard.
Oh,
Does
we'll,
anybody else? I don't
we'll
think
try
so.
again.
Oh, I saw the files too. I assumed that the question was just whether we could see the screen.
Now you can see the blackboard.
Yep, that's
Yes.
working. Thank you.
Good. This is what you do not know, Umanatiak. It's a very small remote village near Umanak. Now, here is an adverb, ushumi, meaning today. So here is the first piece of information you get in Greenlandic with real meaning, namely, ushumi Simon biqatasinangilak. Tässä ushumi Simon ummanatiamut asapok. You actually have all the stuff to understand it. Ushumi Simon ummanatiamut asapok. What do I say, Kay?
Oh, that Simon is going to Uamanatiak today,
He has left for,
or
yeah.
has left. Yeah.
Yeah, note that we do not have past tense in Greenlandic, so whenever you get a, a verb with no future marking, it means either present or past. You'll have to add the tense from the context. So, right you were. Simon ushumi umanetia mut asapok. What was the meaning of it, Anna Sophia? Kate did it right?
So today Simon has left for Umanatsiaq.
That's right. Simon Ushumi Peqada here. Peqada Sinna Peqada Sinnangi. And then one stop. You do not know that the indicative ending vu has an allomorph la if it is immediately preceded by nit, meaning not. So, Ushumi Simon Beqada Sinangi Lak. What does that mean, Diana?
Simon is unable to participate today.
Yeah.
Can you
So
explain again the what you said that we didn't know?
this one here.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
If the indicative mood marker vu, that's the one you have seen in the shape of bunga, bok, this far. If it is preceded immediately by nit, it takes an allomorph, la, instead of the vu. And only in that context. So you would have expected Simon Ushumi Biqada Sinangi Bok. And you could actually hear children say so. Because in their tiny heads, this special rule has not yet been formed. So, Simon Ushumi Biqada Sinangi Bok. Or grown-up language, Biqada Sinangi Lak. Markus Biqada Sinavok.
Ikata Singapok.
Biqada Sinavok. Nu Nikuda Markus. Kanoik. Kanoik bit.
Canorepic? Sorry, now I didn't hear that well.
Maybe you have seen it in print. Kanok Ipbit.
Kanok ipit, yeah, Ayongilanga.
Yeah. Try to make a better pronunciation. Ayungilanga. Ayungilanga.
Ayungilanga.
Let me
Yeah,
hear again.
Ayungilanga.
Yeah, much better. Do exaggerate the high tone. Ayungilanga. And make sure not to round your vowels to an O sound. U is oo, a narrow sound in Greenlandic. Ayungilanga. Yes. Anna-Sophia, did you understand it? That Markus Beqadasinavok. What did that mean?
So Marcus is participating?
Yeah.
Is able to participate.
He is able to participate, yeah. Well, the first meaning with real content you ever had in Greenlandic. Congratulations. And now let's get going with what, Irina, are you here?
I think she was, but she has left, so maybe she was busy.
Okay. Well. So we'll simply get going, the four of us, and hope that Irina will join at some point. What about Dimitra?
Dimitra has just given birth, so I think she's busy.
Oh, that's a good excuse. I would
Yeah,
say.
I think so.
Well. One thing that I would like to stress and really keep on mentioning 100 times more than actually needed is the concept of transitivity. You remember in 3x, you got 4 verbal inflections. Do you want to see them again? Now you have them here. You remember to have seen that before, don't you? Now, 2 of them have contained 2 pieces of information. The modal marker, I am an indicative. I'm just telling a story. I'm not explaining, I'm not giving, I'm not saying why, I'm not saying if, I'm not saying that, it's a plain main sentence. Indicative. And the subject is first person, singular. I. And it has, among other possibilities, the shape of bunga. If there was a vowel here in front, it would be vunga. If there was a negation, it would be lenga. Let's take the next. We have seen it in the shape bok. 2 pieces of information. I'm an indicative mood, and I'm a third person subject, singular. These 2 are intransitive. They have no objects, and they cannot take an object. And you will never ever use the bunga or bok together with a stem that is a genuine transitive stem. There is a Berlin Wall between transitive verbs and intransitive verbs. If you take the next one here, bara, that of course would be vara after a vowel and lara if after a negation, you have 3 pieces of information. Namely, I am the indicative mood, I'm first person singular, I am the subject, and my object is a third person singular. So if I meet Anna Sophia, I could say Anna Sophia nabi bara. I met her. K iliniati bara. Can I say iliniati bunga? No. Intransitive inflection will never go. Well, that's not true, but basically it's true. There are holes in the wall. There are breaks in the wall, and there are means to detransitivize, and there are means to add transitivity. And we'll return to that. But for a first approximation, intransitive stems will only take intransitive inflection, and transitive stems will only take transitive inflection. They never mix if we do not do something special about them. Now, why is this so important and so damn difficult? Because in all the languages we know transitivity is not so very important. I read or I read a book, it's the same read. I is the same I. If K reads intransitively, K is K. If K reads a book, he is still K, the same K. Subject for the transitive verb. This is the first major obstacle here, that in Greenlandic the subject's shape alters according to the transitivity of the verb. One important difference. Now, the next reason why transitivity is so horribly important in Greenlandic is the fact that Greenlandic does not have definite articles. But of course, the concept of definiteness is a reality whenever we use a language. So concomitant with transitivity comes a concept: if you have a transitive verb and a direct object, the direct object is definite. So I can teach Diana iliniati bara. I have a definite object, I can use my iliniative. It's okay. Now, if I want to say I can teach Diana, but I am very poor with teaching children, then I would have a problem. Because if I try to say iliniatipekka with an ending saying 3 plural in the object, then the object would be definite. So it simply would not mean I teach children. It would mean I teach the named children, or the known children, the definite children. So to, for instance, make a teacher, the school teacher, you need to do something about the iliniative here. We need the semantics of teaching. We need to add a nominalizer, the one who does, which is dog and sock. But we cannot add it to iliniative, because then we would have to mention the object because it's definite. So we have to detransitivize iliniatiti sock, and then we can make a teacher. I can return to that one as well. This is too much for today. And you are not supposed to learn all this stuff at the same time. But what is so incredibly important is that transitivity, the concept of transitivity, must not be new to your mind. It must not be a nasty loan word. It has to be reality, because it is there all the time. So when we make it to chapter 10 or 20 or whatever, and I'm going to introduce detransitivizing, the concept of transitivity should be a piece of cake for you. And then we can use our energy on dealing with the morphology in detransitivizing. So know that transitivity is in a league of its own, very different from English, Finnish, Danish, whatever. And for the real linguists among you, it is caused by the fact that Greenlandic originally was an ergative language, so that the object and the subject for the intransitive is the same, whereas the subject for the transitive is a different case, the ergative case. Originally, it's gone now. it has left its traces. That was one very important overall concept that you have to deal with. The next one you have to deal with, if you look at, for instance, nabib, which is a transitive stem, so you cannot use it without an object. I can meet Irina with nabib. Nabib bara. Irina nabib bara. Now, that sentence, you can all understand it, I guess. Irina nabib bara. What does that mean, Diana? You're mute.
It means I meet Irina.
Yeah, I met Irina. Yes, that's very, very simple when you see it here. But when you are in the street in Nuuk and you hear Irina nabipara or whatever, you are faced with a problem that your total idea of perception of spoken language has to be turned upside down. Because in all our languages, our very first thought, whenever we are trying to decode a sentence in a foreign language, our first thought is, who did it? Who is the subject? And we do not have a subject in the first left part of the sentence. You do not get the subject. That is, you cannot start your understanding of the sentence until you make the final syllable of the whole sentence. Does this make sense to you? With no pronouns and no mandatory subject explicit, everything is in the inflection. Your understanding actually starts from right to left. You cannot really start. Your first thought is, who does this stuff here? And you don't get the information until you reach the last syllable. So, this is, I am pretty sure, the explanation. If you ever wondered, if you ever talked to Greenlanders, Greenlandic politicians, they will complain about the stupid Danes who do not know how to speak Greenlandic, and they are racist and they don't want to learn it, and they cannot learn it. They're stupid and they're racist, and so on and so on and so on. They'll complain for hours about it, which is crap, because Danes want to learn Greenlandic, but they actually never, ever succeed. I mean, you'll find maybe 10 Danes in Greenland who actually speak Greenlandic comparatively fluently. Very, very few. The basic reason is that nobody told them that what they did in all the other foreign languages they learned, namely, I learned a word and then I picked up another word and a third word, and when I picked up 20 words, I would put them together and make a qualified guess on what came between the bits and pieces. And gradually that would make a sentence in my head, that would make a language in my head. We call that global listening. You understand what you can understand, and you make a qualified guess for the rest. And eventually that turns into a language. That's what you do. If you do that in Greenlandic, you have a problem. Because a sentence like Iliniatipara or iliniatipasi, if you just listen globally to that and not listen close to it, then you would end up with something saying, he said something about that somebody taught something. But who did what to whom is not part of the understanding. And as soon as we add the subordinate moods to it, for instance, Anne-Sophie because I taught Anna-Sophia she is very, very smart. If you try to understand with global listening, as all Danes always do, that's what they learned when they learned English. Just listen globally, then it'll eventually turn into a language. Then Anne-Sophia Iliniatikatko, it is something about Anne-Sophia teaching somebody. Because that's the first noun you get on the left side. So you add the semantic to it, she must be the subject. And two things happened. One, I used causative mood, which means because I did that to her. The because came in the final syllable, together with I, her. All that is there. But if you do not get this piece of information, and if you do not train your listening, your comprehension to listen closely enough, you'll never learn the language. It's very, very simple. Danes are not racists, but they are victims of poor teaching and lack of understanding of what Greenlandic actually is. But you are not. So you don't have a poor excuse for not acquiring Greenlandic. So that we will do now. Let's just run through here. You have read the chapter 3x. So you have seen the names. We don't have to go through them. You have seen the four verbal stems. We have the two intransitive ones, asha and tikip. You have the two transitive ones, iliniatip and nabib. We have seen a very few endings, inflections, the local ending, mi or ni. Do you remember, Kay, what's the difference between the mi and ni?
Ni is plural and also used with other possessive forms and other things like that.
Yeah. For instance, plural endings or possessive endings. So if we have, for instance, Greenland, Galaslit Nunat, the AT is an inflection meaning possessum. Plural possessor owns a singular object. So it's inflected, so will it be Galaslit Nunami or Galaslit Nunani K?
Well, that one would be Kalashit Nonani.
Sure. Great. Then you have seen the terminal case. That is smut or nut. What does that mean, Marcus?
Adenut.
Mut or nut, yeah.
It is like going to a place.
It's to a place, yeah. It is in family with the illative in Finnish, for instance.
Yeah.
But we do not use the illative term because it can so much more. It's also the indirect object, for instance. It's also the terminal case. So we stick to Kleinsmith's 1851 term for that case ending. But what you have seen this far is to something. So if you go to Greenland, what would that be, Marcus?
Kalasit nunanut.
Kalashit nunanut, yes. And if you go to Umanna,
Umannamut.
Umannamut, sure. Then we have this one, we haven't mentioned it, the absolutive case. It's a basic shape, it's a lexicon shape of nouns. It can be used as objects, it can be used as subjects for intransitive verbs, but only for intransitive verbs. So if we say umannak, for instance, or nuk, then it is the absolutive case. It's a basic form. So what we will do now is just walk through a few of the sentences in 310X. Can you all hear my... Should I turn it up a little?
Yes, maybe a little.
Irina, can
No,
you
it's
hear
good.
that? Oh, sorry, somebody said something.
For me, it's pretty good right now.
It's pretty good for you. Okay. Irina, can you
Yes.
hear this one? Irina, could you unmute your mic?
Sorry. I came to Manamuk.
Great. Try to repeat it again.
Manamuk Chikipunga.
Yeah, very, very fine. And surprise, surprise, Dimitra. How are you?
Hello, fine.
Can
you hear me?
I heard a rumor that you just gave birth.
Yes.
When did that happen?
On Friday.
Oh,
1 week
wow.
before.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Then you'd better learn one sentence here.
Okay.
Where do we have the blackboard here? Now you have the blackboard. Did you have a boy or a girl?
A boy.
A boy. Can you see what I'm writing right now?
Yes, yes. And
remember that this is n, Yeah. Now, da means to have one, have a new. And it's an additive derivational morpheme, so just add it. So I had a son would be what?
anak kapunga.
Oh, not the ka.
Tapunga. Punga. Ah, okay.
but it'll be a P here. There was this rule here. The basic form is the vu. But if it's preceded by a consonant, it turns bu. There are three
Okay.
morphs here. So in this place, you would get bunga here. So what would it be? I had a son.
Nagtapunga.
Yeah, very, very great. Yeah. Ang nagtapunga. Ang nagtapunga.
Anagtapunga.
Yeah, ang nagtapunga. Yes. In
Okay, really sweet.
in orthography, it would look like that. Ang nagtapunga. I got myself a son. Of course, if you wanted to, we could make it more complicated. Mwak means a cute little one. So Marcus,
So,
I got myself a
so
cute little son.
anagwang no. Anagwaktapunga.
You are good, Dimitra. Wow. Very, very great. And you remembered to kill the R. You remembered that the A would become E. Anningwattapunga. Try to pronounce it, Anna Sofia.
Enningwattapunga.
Yeah, very, very fine. You're good. Yeah. Isn't that a good word to have? Anningwattapunga. I got myself a cute little son. Yes, let's return to here. We go for the next one. Diana, what does he say?
Malik is coming from Kangasui. I can't pronounce it.
Gangas.
Kangas.
Gangas. Try again.
Kanga.
Make a short stop. Gangas.
Kanga.
Break.
Ka.
Gangas.
Kanga.
Gangas. Tusuak.
Kanga. Tlussuak.
Malik gangas mitgipok. Get me the whole sentence.
Malik kanga tlussuak tikipok.
From.
Mick.
Once again.
Kanga tlussuammek tikipok.
Yeah. Malik gangas mitgipok. Yeah. Irene, what does he say?
I met Malik in. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear the
You
location.
get it again?
In Payamiamut, maybe.
What's the name of the
I met
town?
Malik in Payamiamut.
Bamute.
Payamiut? Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay, so Malik Payamiami Napipaya.
once again.
Malik
Yeah.
Payamiami.
Bamiuni Why ni?
Pamyoni navipera.
Because Bamiut is inflected. It has a plural
Oh,
T.
Pamyoni. Okay.
So once again,
Malik Pamyoni Napitpara.
Malik Pamyoni navipera.
good, Irena.
Narsarsuarmut Sikitpunga. Narsarsuarmut Sikitpunga.
Kay,
Narsasuamit Tikipunga.
Narsarsuarmut Sikitpunga.
Narsasuamut Tikipunga.
eh,
I
does it
am
mean?
going to Nasasak.
Yeah, I arrived in Narsarsuaq.
Aviaya Asianit Sikitpok. Aviaya Asianit Sikitpok.
Yeah. And Sophia, what does she say?
So Aviaya arrived in Asiat.
Aviaya Asianit Sikitpok.
From, yeah.
From, yes, Asianit. There we go.
Let me hear it.
Aviaya Asianit Sikitpok.
Aviaya Asianit Tikipok.
Yes.
Nuka Pamyonit Asarpok. Nuka Pamyonit Asarpok.
Marcus, what does she say?
Nuka Pamyunit Asapok.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Nuka, is it Asapok? I forgot.
Help, Irena.
Not
Nuka
sure. Is it
Pamyonit Asarpok.
he left
Yeah.
Pamyoni?
She left Pamyun.
Then, Marcus, the whole sentence.
Nuka Pamyonit Asarpok.
Nuka Pamyunit Asapok.
Yes, sure. Now, you are good. One thing we might give a short go. Now you see the exercise 311. You will see a sentence template. If you are in doubt about what it is, you can touch it and get a pop-up text. So whenever you have the @ sign, we have entered into the world of syntax. What does this word do here? This Kalashit Nunat, we want you to make a sentence that is an object on Ningwak. And you have a main verb that contains that I teach her. And I teach her in Galashit Nunad. What would the sentence come out like, Anna Sophia?
Ananwak. Sorry, I probably butchered that. Let me try again. Ananwak. Better, I hope. Galachrit Nunani. Iliniati para.
Great. Good. Very, very good. We go for the next one here. Diana, what do I want you to do? You're mute.
Umana mut atlapok.
Bingo. Umanamut. Just the pronunciation. Umanamut.
Umanamut.
Yeah.
Atlapuk.
Absolutely perfect. Kay, what does this one do?
Ilissinummi illiniattipassi.
Absolutely perfect. Ilissinummi iliniatippasi. Note this one here. If I said nummi iliniatippasi without the ilisi pronoun, would it still be Greenlandic? Yeah, it would. Absolutely normal Greenlandic. Marcus, what are you supposed to do here?
Ilisi nälkä suisunni illini atti para. No.
Nope. I could make a sentence like Markus närkä suisuni ilinjatippara. What would that mean? Markus närkä suisuni ilinjatippara.
Is it that I'm in the government?
Who does what? Ilinjatippara.
It is.
You have to start there.
It is the third person
Nope.
thing. It's like him or her does something.
Yeah, in the para. Yeah. But who does what?
It's I.
Yeah. So what does the sentence Markus närkä suisuni ilinjatippara means?
Hold up. It's Marcus, but is teaches the government.
Marcus, I think you are a prime example of the wrong way of making the reception. You need to start your understanding in the other end. We get it again here. We have a sentence like, where does understanding start here? It starts out here with the subject. Who is the subject? Who does what? The para ending was Marcus, can you read this information here?
Yes, right.
So the very first thing that must come out of your mouth is this one here, named the subject. And who is the subject?
It's Marcus.
No,
No.
no,
Nälkä suisun.
first singular. means I. So what does a sentence mean? Start here. Say this word here.
I.
Yeah. And then say,
Ilini a tippara.
I teach object him.
So in this case, is it naaläkkö suisuni?
It's an adverbial element, meaning at the government.
Ah,
So understanding starts here. I teach him. Who him? Marcus. Actually, the name Marcus is just a filler. The sentence produces a slot where you can put in information. Basic information is subject does to an object. It's here, all of it. It could have been different had it been like the other one you have seen. What would that sentence be? Oh. Once again, understanding starts here. I teach you, plural, in the government building. Okay. We'll take a few more. Irina, what do I want you to do here?
Okay, so which one? What's ABL in prime mute? I'm sorry.
It's an adverbial. And
Okay,
here
so also,
it's an ablative, so it is from Bermude, I want you to say.
okay, from, okay. So Elsen mitt tycker bak.
Yeah, the verb was right, but not Bermude mit. You see, it has a plural ending, so you
Oh, okay,
cannot use the
mitt.
im form, you'll have to use the n form.
So nit.
Yes, exactly. Once again, Irena.
So Elsen nit tycker bak.
Yeah, very, very fine. Dimitra, what do I want you to do here?
Sorry, what did you say?
What sentence do I want you to generate here?
Yes, I've lost the first part, so
Yeah.
the
Do you
pronoun
remember
is
the
Elise.
do you remember the stem nabib, meaning
No, I don't remember the stem.
Meet an object. To meet.
Okay. Ilisi pitufimi na pip na pipasi.
Yeah, that's absolutely perfect. And do you understand what you're saying?
Yes. You have met in Pitufik,
No,
I think.
no. Understanding starts.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, I have met you in Pitufik.
Exactly. I
Okay.
met you in Pidufik. Good. What we need to have a look into today. We'd better go for that right away. That's not what we want to. We want to. In lesson 4, you will run into a lot of problems. The idea was actually just to give you some stuff to train your pronunciation upon. Small sentences, small dialogues. But you are so smart that you won't be satisfied by just repeating, you want to understand. And then you all of a sudden need a dictionary, you need grammar, you need quite a lot of information. So what do you do? Say, for instance, we have, you can see the mini dialogue now. You have them on your screen. Number 5, for instance, is a sentence saying, Qaqugo a llaqissavit. Qaqugo a llaqissavit. And the answer is aqaigu. There might be quite a lot here you do not understand. So you would want to find out, where can I get some information? You will want to go to oqasilerific.gl. Let it be English. Go for the translation help. And you can take whatever sentence, for instance, now I'll get you a sentence you do not know. For instance, then I can press the annotate with English, and I'll get this piece of information. Much more information that you are able to deal with right now, but you'll need it at later stages. So what do you think this means? Okay.
I will see you in Bonanak.
Exactly. This is where it starts. Subject. I, and then there is a future marker here that you do not know yet. If you want to find out about that one, you could go to, no, the stem is translated here. quite a number of them are not translated. I mean, this is a machine, and all machines are stupid. And so is this one here. I made it myself, so I know that it's stupid. But sometimes it works, like here. It tells you that it's I, subject, see, you, and in, and nak. And then there's this one here. And Kate, did you know the sa, or did you just guess?
I mostly just guessed because
Okay.
I knew everything else. Also, looked at the interlinear, although I don't know all of your abbreviations.
Okay, good. Now, what you can do here if you go to the Residualfic GL, you can search for sa and hope to find out that it can be used for something, and there is a sa here. Could you follow this one here? I simply ran. The question was, there is an element that I do not know what to do with, run it into this text box here and see, do I have something like that here? Yeah. I have it here. And now it might help if I put this to English instead. Sorry. So we have a derivational morpheme that is sa. Click on it, and it returns to Greenlandic. We love Greenlandic. What happened here? It is. Oh, it blends all languages in one box. You have it here. It is a future. You would see that it is and it's truncative, and it says easy sock in Greenlandic with no English explanation. Sorry about that one. I'll have to look into that. Easy sock simply means truncative. It eats consonants. So let's try once again. We have something here we cannot understand. Let's try to see if we can get some help. You can see the sentence number 9 here. Come and eat. And the answer was I don't have the time. If we want to see if we can get some more information about it, we can go to the Nutzerroute again and run it in here. Annotate with English. And then we get neri, meaning eat, we get the morpheme jattor, to go and do what is in the verb. So neriattorit, neriattor, to go and eat. Niar. We have some semantics here. Try to. That could help us a bit. And it's an imperative. So you will attempt to go to eat. And the answer was biffik time. Shak is not. Well, no, you actually have everything here. This together makes time. Then you have the ra, meaning to have, the negation, not have, and the subject, I. As you see, you don't get the full flavor. You don't get everything. There are gaps and lots of information you don't get in English. But that is the best we have. So this is what you have to lean on for quite some time in the least. We simply do not have dictionaries, we do not have grammars, we do not have good primers in English. The biggest system we have is the one that I made, Learn Greenlandic with Per Langgaard. It's simply the biggest system we have in Greenland, we ever had. And this is comparatively new. It's not finished yet. But the good news is that you have 500% more aids than not Danish speaking students had 5 years ago. Can you follow this here? And you can see that you're not entirely lost. You have some possibilities. Remember the URL or Basilerific GL. That's a language secretariat, my former workplace. And that's the biggest collection of tools you will ever find in Greenlandic. It's here. So go on with chapter 4. Maybe you should give 3x a tiny bit of an extra try and make sure to not jump to conclusions. The leftmost name is not the subject, not necessarily in the least. You will have to make it all the way to the inflection to see who does what to whom. And you cannot really start your interpretation of a sentence until you have deciphered that code. Who does what to whom? Do that just 20, 50 sentences or so. It'll help you a lot. And then get going with chapter 4. And then see you in a week, or is it Easter holiday or something next time?
If I can break in,
Yeah.
we discussed this earlier. If next Thursday is off, that's not a holiday everywhere, so it's worth being very, very clear about.
Yeah, it is
was-
off.
Okay.
and I actually have a family gathering on that day. So it is definitely off according to plans. So thanks for now. You have been good company once again, and I'm still very impressed about your progress. All of you. It's fantastic. Have a really nice Easter and see you in 2 weeks then. And
Okay, thank you, Per. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.